What's up, y'all? It's your man, ES the Hermit Star, back again with another video, and I'm here to do the general reads for the sign of Capricorn. So, if you have Capricorn in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is for you. What's happening, Capricorn? It's almost your season, almost, but we're in Sagittarius season. But I believe you're up next, so don't fret. But anyways, if you would like a personal read at this moment in time, again, since we're almost in Capricorn season, we're still in Sag, you still have to pay for it, but nonetheless, you can still receive a personal read. You can do so by sending me an email. Find my email in the description box of this video, any video really. Any video that I upload, at least on this channel, and yeah, have at it. I would never reach out to you, so just be mindful of that. Interesting. Okay, I would never reach out to you. You have to reach out to me in order to receive that reading. And yeah, let's get right into it. So I say interesting because I don't remember if this first card was in my reading, but the next two cards were in my personal read that I do. As I've mentioned before, I read for myself daily, and I didn't get these cards today, but I got them yesterday when I did my reading and stuff. I haven't even done my reading for myself yet today. But here we go with your reading, Capricorn. So let's get it started. We do have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this has been showing up for a few folks, the Queen of Cups both in this position and upright as well. So I feel like this energy, and when it's upright, is very much heavy. But you don't want to be in this type of Queen of Cups energy here. When you are going out of your way, just people pleasing, essentially, just doing the most for individuals who either don't necessarily deserve it. And I'm gonna say here that because it seems as though I'm gonna assume these people don't necessarily deserve it, or again, you are doing this to yourself, as this energy would signify someone who self-victimizes as well. Puts themselves not just in a situation, puts themselves in compromising situations, but they will then try to justify why they're going out of their way, why they're people pleasing. They try to justify it with some other aspect of, I got to do this in order for me to survive. Like whatever reason they tell themselves they have to be in this energy, they do so. But it's not the truth here. It's not the truth. Oftentimes with individuals and stuff, it's not the truth in general, where you don't have to actually put yourself in a position to where you are, again, just being a people pleaser, trying to get everybody to like you, trying to get everybody to view you whatever way you would like for them to view you. However they view you is totally up to them. At the end of the day, you can do things, you can whatever, and you could do things that you think that will get them to be pleased with you, and then they'll see right through that and say, look at Capricorn, being fake as hell, desperate as hell for my attention, and then there's no respect that comes for that. Or they'll simply just say, I don't care if you've been to the moon and back for me, I still simply don't like you for whatever reasons. So you're wasting your time in that situation, because they're not, like, if it's a situation to where they're not trying to, where they're not pressuring you to do the things that you're doing for them, obviously it's you doing that, and for whatever reasons you feel as though you have to. Next, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And here's why I was saying that it might be a situation to where there's other people. Now, I don't want to say, because you do have the Judgment card in reverse right after this card. I'll pick that up in a second. I'm just, preparing myself to cover it. But this is group conflict here, and it's usually group conflict because of a lack of a delegation, lack of just responsibilities. One person doing most of the work, or two people pulling their weight, and the other person. And I'm only using the sense of three here because we have three people and Three of Pentacles, right? So I think it's a situation here though where there's group conflict, because again, if you are if you're in this energy of being a people pleaser, you're not the one slacking, but you're obviously doing more work than you should be doing. It's like you're doing the work of three and you're just one individual, and you're trying to show these other people that you work with. If it applies, it applies. But you're trying to show these other people that you work with or whatever, and that you're a valuable team member, that they should, that you're somebody worthy, right? And it just doesn't seem as though now I kind of teeter back and forth. It's both, actually. It's you and them. I think you're part of the problem because, again, you're really just out here making yourself, and I'm going to say this with love, but you're making yourself look foolish for these people here. I don't think these people are worth the hard work that you're putting in right now, Capricorn, to keep this group alive, or to show them that you're actually, again, worthy of whatever you would want them to view you as, because if they themselves were worthy teammates, they would do their part. I mean, what's the point in joining a team or having a collaborative effort if you're not going to do your part? What's the point of being a part of a team, or again, a gathering of some sort where work is involved, if you're not going to do your part? And it just seems as though there's other people within this group that don't do their part, and you're doing the most. And you think that the problem really is the fact that, I think your insecurity, honestly, is telling you that you're the problem, when actually the problem isn't necessarily, you do have a problem with caring too damn much about what these folks think about you. But I think that's where your problem starts and ends. It starts with your insecurity, but it ends with this whole aspect of now that insecurity has shown in the form of you trying to do the most for these individuals. The real problem within this group is these people aren't doing their part. And as I said before, you're doing the work of three, essentially. It could be three or more or whatever, but I'm saying three because the Three of Pentacles is here. But you're doing a group of three and you're one individual. That's a problem. That's a problem that says that the other people within this group aren't pulling their weight. And maybe they're not pulling their weight because they don't respect you. Maybe this is a work situation where you all have to work together. You all didn't necessarily choose to come together as a group, but you have to work with these individuals. But the other two, the other three, the other however many other, they're like, but I don't really like Capricorn though. Yeah, I don't like Capricorn either. How about let's not do this work? Or how about whenever it comes to working, we'll work together just fine. But when we meet up with Capricorn, or if Capricorn comes, we're just going to be very much shut down. We're not going to be, anything. We're not going to share plans. And you having this insecurity about yourself, you're like, oh my God, I might be the problem. It might be a situation to where, again, you're at a job or you're in the field and you're having a bit of imposter syndrome. Maybe these individuals that you're paired up with have been there longer than you, or, for whatever reasons feel as though they're more qualified to do the job that you all obviously have. You know what I'm saying? And you, with the imposter syndrome, share those same sentiments. And because of that, now you feel as though you have to do more work just to prove to these individuals, once again, that you're worthy and that you actually are someone who is capable of doing the work. But Capricorn, if that is you, you got the position for a reason. Obviously, you are qualified for that. You're qualified. You don't need to prove to anybody that you're qualified, that you're worthy of said position. If any of these individuals that you work with, whether they share the same job title as you or you all are in the same field, if they have something negative to say, that says more about them than it does about your ability. It says that they're the ones actually questioning their ability, and yet they're projecting it onto you and saying you're not qualified for X, Y, and Z. That ain't got shit to do with you, though. So just want to let you know that. Your last card, as I mentioned before, is, yep, they all covered. The Judgment in reverse. This isn't good. When it's upright, I very much like this card. But when it's in this position, this is literally like what the Judgment card, what everyone thinks the Judgment card is. This is, when it's reversed, that's exactly what it is. People see this card and they're like, oh my God, I just hate myself. Well, you're already in that Judgment in reverse energy, because that's what it is. When it's upright, and when it's upright, when it's like this, that is the total opposite. All right, now I'm hurting my wrist. I'm not hurting my wrist. I just don't want to, sit like that forever. But you know what I'm saying? When it's upright, it's someone who can actually have compassion for themselves, but it showed up reverse for you. And it's just harshly judging yourself, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I can't do this. I'm not as good as the other people here. Everything synonymous to just you not having a high self-esteem, a high regard about yourself. I'm not saying you have to walk around that MFer, cocky as an MFer. I'm not saying that you have to pretend or act like you know more than everybody else there. All I'm saying is you clearly got the job. You're clearly there. Whatever this group is, even if it has nothing to do with the actual workplace, the simple fact of the matter is you're in this position because you know what the F you're doing. You know who you are. You know what you're doing, or you are good at what you're doing. Let me put it that way. You need to acknowledge who you are. You need to acknowledge that you know what you're doing. And stop letting these other people who, once again, they're the ones who see you and they're questioning their ability, because they're the ones who are also insecure about, both of y'all, and this is what I was saying before, both of y'all are actually taking out you all's insecurities and doubts and imposter syndrome out in the wrong way. You are taking it out on yourself, and therefore you're in this energy of doing the most, and I gotta show them, I gotta prove to them, and maybe if I do this, then they'll accept me. Maybe if I do that, they will accept me. They're not going to do that. They're not going to accept you. They're not going to accept you simply because if you're going to continue to work in this energy, move it that way. Now, all these cards showed up reverse, which means that the opposite energy, is still present, meaning that you can get out of this type of energy here and be someone who has compassion for yourself. Be someone who pretty much has faith in yourself. You can be that. All right, that does, simply because, again, it showed up this way doesn't mean it can't be that way. Same goes for the Three of Pentacles. Simply because there's some conflict going on doesn't mean that you all can't get to a space to where you're all learning from each other, where it's like, yeah, I'm you know, I'm good enough at this job, but I'm not perfect. They're good enough at their job, but they're not perfect. We all can bring our skill sets, but we all can also learn from one another. That's a possibility still. All right. And then with the judgment card, I'm not going to pick it up because, you know, naked bodies, but you know, with the judgment card, the reverse energy is still is still there. It's not the most potent as to why these cards showed up reverse, but it's still there, meaning you can still have some compassion for yourself and for the others as well. You're not going to feel the need to down yourself. You're going to be more so, like I was saying before, listen, I know what I'm doing. I'm not perfect, and I definitely can learn some more to sharpen my skills, but I'm not terrible at this. I am not an imposter. So it's like take these cards and just acknowledge take this message in general and just acknowledge that the opposing energy is still present. So don't take it as this is a definite situation for you, Capricorn. It's just the strongest energy at this moment in time. Okay? If you would like a personal reading regarding this situation here or just in general, once again, you can book that by sending me an email. You can find my email in the description box below. All right. I would never reach out to you. You have to reach out to me. So if there's someone pretending to be me, it is not me. Okay. If you got anything of value from this video, please hit that like button, share this, comment whatever you feel as though, even if it's just a hi. Subscribe as well if you want to subscribe. We hit two subscriber goals, and I have yet to do the read. Yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, the all signs reading, and then I owe you all another one because we surpassed 60. And like I said, every 12 subscribers, I'm going to do all signs reading. So we did that twice over. So I owe y'all 2 all signs readings. So yes, there will be an all signs reading tomorrow. So tune in for sure, Capricorn, for your reading then. Hit that subscribe. So, and of course that notification bell, so you be the first one to be notified as well. Okay. Thank you for trusting me for being your intuitive reader for today, or at least one of your intuitive readers for today. Like, comment, share, and subscribe once again. And until next time, until next video, you see me when you see me. Peace out.